Hey everybody, Chris Avalon here again. Y'all are not gonna believe what happened. So, I don't wanna go into a whole spiel about it. First video, I'm sure y'all noticed if you sat and watched the whole thing all the way through, it abruptly cut off. I was using a new phone. I was figuring out how to do the videos or whatever the case was. And what happened was it cut off in the middle of me having a conversation about the Kardashians. I don't know if it was Robert Singer that put out a little voodoo or something, or just Kris Jenner and her pimp mama Chris, as we like to call her, went and put out one of her little spells or something in the universe to cut off my video because I was talking about her tight-ass family. But nevertheless, I am here. I'm going to do this video over. Well, actually, I'm skipping ahead. What happened was I made a second video to include with this, but what I did was, not realizing, is that while I was uploading the second video that I put through, I shut my phone off because I recorded it from my cell phone. And I shut the phone off as it was recording, and then what I did was, because I was like, oh, it's uploading, I deleted the previous video. So I'm like, fuck me sideways. I have to do this shit again. So I'm here, gonna do it. It is what it is, and it is what it ain't. And we'll just have to proceed. So there was some stuff I'm going to recap from before that I did, but I'm also going to add some other stuff in between, some breaking news, which I just found out. So the word on the street is, well, I'm sure you've all heard about that there's going to be a Batwoman TV series developed by the CW. But first, what they were going to do is they were going to incorporate her crossing over in all the CW shows, which was what is it? It's Arrow, Legends of Tomorrow, Supergirl, and The Flash. Quite frankly, I'm going to have to be honest. The only time I watch all four shows is when they do a crossover episode. I can't get into Supergirl anymore simply because it's too soap opera-ish, where they focus so much on the relationships and who's in relationship with who and boy trouble. And it's like, I don't watch superhero shows for all the relationship melodrama. That's one of the things that I don't like about the Arrowverse, as they call it. Legends of Tomorrow, it's hit or miss for me. Like, I'll sit and I'll tune in every now and again, but I kind of just, it always kind of just falls by the wayside. But I did hear that Constantine's going to be a recurring character, so I'll probably tune in a lot more this coming season. I kind of wish they would CW would pick up the Constantine series, because NBC abandoned it, like, what was it, 2-3 seasons ago? So I kind of wish they would pick that up. Arrow is the only show that I'm really invested in. I can't get into The Flash anymore, although this upcoming season with the daughter and from the future, you know, Barry and Iris's child together is coming from the future, and a whole bunch of stuff's coming with that. I'm kind of curious about that, so because I saw the Comic-Con trailer, so I'm definitely curious. I think I'm going to probably catch on that. But the word is, the person who is going to be playing Kate Kane, a.k.a. Batwoman, is none other than Orange is the New Black actress Ruby Rose, who is openly gay as well. Besides Orange is the New Black, which I will admit, don't kill me, it is a show I have never sat down and actually watched. I just don't know. I was a Genji Cohen fan. Like, I loved Weeds and this and the other until that certain season. Like, once they left the grass, it got stupid. But when it comes to this show, I felt like Orange is the New Black was so overhyped by everybody that I never really got around to wanting to watch it. Same thing what happened with Sons of Anarchy. Like, I came on in the last minute with that show because everybody was talking about it, Breaking Bad. Like, certain shows, I don't like when you overhype it. But Orange is the New Black, for some reason, it's just like, it just didn't feel like I wanted to invest in it. Like, look, if I want to see prison life and that I can relate to, or keep me out of jail, I'd watch Oz. And that was my shit back in the day. But anyway, so Ruby Rose is going to be playing Batwoman, not Batgirl, Batwoman. She's been in a couple of things in movies. She was Ares in John Wick Chapter 2. Word on the street is she's about to appear in John Wick Chapter 3, so she's coming back. She's also going to star in The Meg, which I believe is coming out this week or next week. I'm not necessarily sure when it comes out, but she's in that. She was in the Resident Evil movie, totally wasted that, but every character except Mila Jovovich was wasted in that fucking movie. Because, you know, her husband basically just wants her and everything and fuck all the other characters. Don't even get me started about the Resident Evil movies. And how he just fucked up that entire franchise. And didn't even follow his own canon. Okay, see, now I'm getting upset and talking about Resident Evil. But anyway, let's move on. But yes, so Ruby Rose, I like her. I'm definitely curious to see how she'll do in television. I know people, I don't know, first thing in my mind I was thinking, I'm like, why would she come to TV? But why not? A check is a check, in my opinion. Like, I know a lot of people do movies and they always want to come off, but there's only so many things that Ruby Rose can do in a movie. At least with TV, she could be secured with a job for 7 seasons and have a steady paycheck coming in. So I'm definitely thinking that it's going to be great. I think the show is supposed to premiere sometime in 2020 or something like that. Yeah, so I'm definitely looking forward to this, and I really think that we need some gay superheroes. I would love to see a male gay superhero in some capacity on TV, in the movies, wherever the case. Who knows? Maybe I'll write it and possibly star in it. Sky's the limit. I always say, if you want something made, create it yourself. But anyway, it's supposed to come out in the fall of 2019, so I'm definitely looking forward to that. Now, the next story that I was hearing is that Cynthia Bailey is about to appear on Iyanla Fix My Life. Now, the season, I believe, starts this Saturday. Other people who's going to be on the show is Monifa. I heard she's going to be on there. I didn't even know she was having issues with her own daughter. So I was trying to remember back when they were doing the show, the reality show, and if there was any situation she was having, like an estranged relationship with her daughter. I don't necessarily remember, because that show came on so long ago. And you know, with reality shows, there's so much competition that's going around that I can't keep up. I can't keep up with what's going on and this, that, and the third. So, I don't know. My computer is working my last nerve right now. I tell you, the universe is playing with me today. But luckily, I did my research on a lot of these stories, so I could definitely bring y'all the tea as I'm bringing it. There is word. Iyanla Fix My Life. I was like, why is Cynthia Bailey appearing on the show? Like, what drama could she have? But apparently she got sibling problems, I guess, with her sister or something or another. So I haven't seen the trailer. I don't know what's going on with it, but I'm curious to see, like, what's going on with the show. So now, there is a Dancing with the Stars spinoff coming to ABC called Dancing with the Stars Junior. Now, the people who have signed on to judge Dancing with the Stars Junior is Mandy Moore, not the singer or the star of This Is Us. Mandy Moore, as in the choreographer from So You Think You Can Dance and a bunch of other places. Also joining her as a judge is... Who was the other one? Oh, I forgot to... Oh, there was another thing I just remembered about a superhero thing, but I'm going to get back to that after I finish this one. Also, who's joining her is Vouch Murkowski and Adam Rippon. Now, those who don't know what Adam Rippon is, well, you know, Val's from Dance with the Stars. He's an alum. He's a dancer. Now he's going to be a judge, which I think is actually pretty good, like to judge kids. And Adam Rippon is actually, he's the openly gay figure skater who got into it with Mike Pence and won last season's Dance of the Stars, the one they did with the athletes. So he won that one. I think that's going to be a great thing. And the only celebrity that they have secured for this thing is none other than Honey Boo Boo. And they're saying that she could possibly walk away if she makes it all the way to the end. Is $150,000. They were saying, I think it's $130,000 to $150,000. I wish I had the exact number, but I don't necessarily have it with me. Yeah, so that's unfortunate. But what is it? So yeah. So I'm actually looking forward to that. Where was I? Okay. So so Honey Boo was going to be on Dance with the Stars Junior. And what I was thinking also, I was like, you know what? I had this idea, and don't scream at me as I come up with this, as I had this idea. But there was this idea that I had, because I was like, there was a junior rendition of a show that I thought would be really cool to watch, but I know like a lot of people will probably be against it because I don't know why, but I was like, I don't look at it in a nasty or perverted way. But the idea that I had for a show was for like RuPaul's Drag Race Junior. I was like, why don't they do that? Like, I would love to see drag kids, because a lot of kids watch RuPaul's Drag Race. I see a lot of them at, they go to Drag Con. You see Desmond is amazing all over social media. I know he does get a lot of shade thrown at him on his Instagram. Like, a lot of people accuse it of, like, they look at it in a sexual way, but I don't look at it as like that. I think like drag is, I think when kids watch this show, they look at drag as a way of being creative and expressing themselves. So I don't know. I think that show, especially in America, because Americans are so uptight when it comes to certain things, and I think they look at anything that has to do with children as being sexual. But I look at it as the same, no different than, because it kind of ties in with the Honey Boo Boo thing. I was like, but Honey Boo Boo was one of the types that was doing, what do you call it? The pageants and all other stuff. So I was like, well, it could be like a pageant for little boys. But of course, we live in a society where, you know, it's big on toxic masculinity and guys hiding their emotions and not being able to express themselves in a way that they should express. And so, or if they want to express themselves in some way, because look, let's be clear, there are a lot of young gay boys out here, and I feel like with social media, it does kind of give them a wherewithal to express themselves because of social media. When I was growing up, I didn't really have a lot of ways of expressing myself, or even coming to terms with when it comes to like figuring out who you are, be it like if you're gay or bisexual, non-binary, or whatever the case is. Like, we never had those outlets to express ourselves. So the fact of the matter that these kids can come out here and express who they are and be who they are without judgment, or I guess they are being judged because people are judging them, is a great way for that. And I think it opens opportunities. Like, I would like, just say like the $100,000 that you would get on Drag Race, the $100,000 can go to like a scholarship or something. So I think that would be a really cool idea to do, but I don't think people are going to do it. I'm going to give a shout out to Demi Lovato, who posted, I believe on her Instagram, a long letter, basically you can go on there and read it, about how she's a fighter and how well she's doing and how she's trying to get herself together. I'm pulling for her, even though I've been seeing those memes and the jokes, and I will admit I've been contributing to them and sharing them and laughing and stuff. The drug jokes were a little harsh but funny, but I'm pulling for her recovery. And who knows, maybe she'll be able to incorporate a lot of this in her upcoming album. Well, whenever she gets around to doing it. I don't want to rush somebody to all of a sudden, jump back in the studio and just start making music, because that'd be the worst thing you could do, especially when your recovery should be more important, in my opinion. So shout out to her on that. I also want to give a shout out to Miss Pink for speaking of healthy and recovering. I heard that she had a really bad stomach virus in Australia, because whenever Pink goes to Australia, she seems to do really big out there. She has a huge following in Australia, so she'll do like a lot of days that are lined up. So she definitely makes a lot of coin out there. But apparently, the paparazzi and the blogs basically said that she decided to not fulfill a contract or a performance. She skipped out on a performance in Australia so that way she could stay on the beach and hang out with her kid. So Pink went and took to Instagram to set the record straight, and it's a long one, so bear with me as I read this. She was like, excuse me, I don't need to clear this up, but out of respect for my fans, I will attempt it. I scheduled this tour meticulously, trying to do what was best for my children while also putting on the best and most physically demanding and beautiful show of my life. This break in Byron has been scheduled since 2017 as a way to get outside the hotel in the winter and have some time with my kids. I've already been sick twice, kids as well, on this Australian tour, but the first time we got sick, I was able to push through. This time, what these parasite paparazzi don't show you is 2 doctor visits in Byron on 2 consecutive days, antibiotics, steroids, Vicks, nose spray, throat spray, more steroids, NyQuil, a screaming baby in the middle of the night, every night, while mama gives him warm baths and tells her daughter everything is fine. You can think whatever you want, it's your right, but I have never taken advantage of anyone in my entire life. I have never fucked off while disrespecting hardworking people who spend money to come see me play. That is the truth. I've never phoned in a single tour. I have an impeccable record for not canceling. I mother with everything. I think she meant muster. I muster with everything I have whilst handling all the rest. The snark in this is unbelievable and makes me long for a nicer world. She goes on and on and on about it. She's rescheduled the date. She's going to be doing it. But I feel like, you know what? One of the things you can never say about Pink, and there's many things, I don't think many people can say anything negative about Pink. Pink always delivers in a performance. She's always up there night after night doing aerial type stuff like she's in the damn circus. Like she's up there literally like a trapeze artist flying through the air, doing flips, somersaults, all kinds of crazy stuff while singing live. Not many other artists you can hear will put that much physicality on their bodies as they perform. Unless you're Madonna. Madonna does crazy shit on her tours too. I mean, I don't know what she's going to do with this upcoming tour whenever that happens, because, you know, word on the street is she's not, probably not going to tour right away with the upcoming 14th record. But Pink has never done that. Like, you get people who half-ass their performances, and I see a lot of them perform at these award shows, and I'm like, is this what you're giving your fans? Like, you demand so much money and charge so much, but you give half-ass performances. You got Britney up in here who don't even sing a lick live, who's basically like giving you $2 drag queen teas. Like, she's lip-syncing an entire show, looking extravagant and fabulous. Yes, the body is on point and stuff, but the choreography is stiff, and she doesn't sing live, and she's giving you a half-ass performance, and y'all sit up there and eat that shit up like it's last night's dinner. But you have people out here who do what they do, and you want to shit all over them. So one thing I will not allow is people to shade my Virgo sister Pink and say that she doesn't give what she gives. The bitch delivers every time, and I always feel like she's underrated too. Like, nobody works as hard as she does, and I'm sure there's a lot of artists that works out there, but she's always getting the short end of the stick, and it's annoying, in my opinion. So, speaking of live performances, Lady Gaga, Vava, boom, bitch. Lady Gaga has unveiled her Las Vegas residency, and not only is she doing one tour, she's doing two. So there's going to be two residencies that she's doing. One is going to be called Lady Gaga Enigma, which is going to be her doing all the hits. So you'll get like Born This Way, Bad Romance, all the bops and ditties and all the crazy choreography. We'll probably get Shiza too. That was like one of my favorite performances of hers that I just love that song, and I just like when she does that song. So that's like always one of my favorite highlights whenever she performs that song. And then she's going to be doing another residency in the same place called Lady Gaga Jazz and Piano. So it's going to be more of an intimate setting of kind of like what we got, you know, where she'll probably do Dope and a lot of the laid back songs and the stuff that she did with Tony Bennett, so more of the jazzy stuff. Quite frankly, if I had a choice, I would, of the two performances, I would do Lady Gaga Enigma, because you know me. I'm a little bit melodramatic, so I like dramatic things. I like extravaganzas. I like pyrotechnics and costumes and choreography and visuals and all other stuff. I don't like sitting and watching people sit still and watch and perform. Like, I would never pay to see Adele live, even though I'm sure she's an amazing personality. I've heard her talk. She's funny, but I can't watch people like her and Sam Smith and Mariah Carey and all these other people who just stand there and just sing a song for 2 hours. I can't do that. I find it boring. I need razzle dazzle in my life. So if I had a choice, that would be what my choice is. Madonna, since we were talking about her earlier, Madonna is in talks with Netflix for a secret project. Don't necessarily know what the secret project is, but according to Drown Madonna, which is a fan site of hers, they say she flew to Los Angeles a few days ago and was very secret for a secretive meeting with Netflix, but I think they might have gotten the dates mixed up. They said that the top secret meeting happened on June 21st of last year, but if it happened recently, it had to have happened in 2018 when this all went down. So there's a lot of other people that are in negotiations doing deals with Netflix. We got Quincy Jones got something cooking with Netflix. Beyonce has something cooking with Netflix. And Janet has something cooking with Netflix. I don't necessarily know what it is that Madonna's doing, but it might have something to do tying in with her upcoming 14th studio album that she's been recording for half of this year so far with Mirwais in Lisbon, Portugal, because that's where she's been living, because David Banda is... he wants to be a soccer player, so she's being soccer mom, and she's recording the album, and she's doing stuff with Malawi and a whole bunch of other things. So Madonna's been busy. Even though we don't really see her in the spotlight, if you actively follow her on Instagram and Twitter, Madonna has been doing some things. So shout out to her. Definitely looking forward to the new album. And I'm glad she's reunited with Mirwais, because I like their work together. I know a lot of people don't like American Life. I like the American Life album. There was a lot of jewels on there besides the American Life song. I know a lot of people didn't particularly like that song because that rap was horrible. But I like the song. Didn't particularly care for the rap. You know, I mean, I can recite it because I live for it. I'm drinking a soy latte. I do a double shot. It goes out through my body, and you know I'm satisfied. I drive a Mini Cooper, and I'm feeling super duper. You're the jammy, I'm the trooper, and you know I'm satisfied. I do yoga and Pilates, and the room is full of hotties, and I'm checking out the body because you know I'm satisfied. I'm digging on the isotopes. Metaphysics shit is dope, and this can get me if you know I'm satisfied. I got a lawyer and a manager, and agent and a chef. Okay, let me stop. I'm going in. But anyway, yeah. So there's a lot of shit going on. I can't wait for Madonna to drop this album. Can't wait. Anyway, so last but certainly not least, I want to talk about Britney Spears. So she's being dragged on social media because she had performed in England. I want to get the exact place correct because, you know, unlike Britney, I want to remember where she was at when she was performing because word on the street was she actually had to ask a backup dancer where she was performing. But it's bound to happen. If you're traveling all over the world, you're not going to remember the fuck you are. Especially when you're in and out of hotels and you're in and out of places, traveling from one place to another to get to your show without hanging out and seeing the sights and things. So anyway, so she was in the UK, in Brighton, and people are pissed off. Well, one person who was pissed off at her was drag queen Vicky Vox, who took to social media and got on her for trying to attach pride with a fragrance called Prerogative that she's releasing. But the tweet was deleted. So they said that she basically thanked her gay fans for attending and attached the purchase links for her scent Prerogative. She wrote, somebody wrote it for her because we all know she ain't active on social media. Love seeing so many people out celebrating diversity and inclusion for #Pride here in the UK. Having the freedom to be who you want to be is so important, which is why we made Prerogative a fragrance for all. Check it out exclusively at Boots UK, #MyPrerogative, blah, 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 so on and so forth. So what the word is that, okay, so Vicky Fox, Vox, V-O-X, who you may not know her or whatever because she's not someone who has been on Drag Race or whatever, but she appeared on Hey Queen the last season with Detox. She's really good friends with Detox, and they've done some stuff together. They even had a group. She even had a group with, it was Vicky Vox, Detox, and Willem had a group together once upon a time, not long ago. So she wrote, "Fuck off. Martha didn't throw bricks," as in Marsha P. Johnson. I think it's Marsha P. Johnson, whatever. "Martha didn't throw bricks so you could sell piss. At Boots UK, sit your asses down. Britney Spears, enjoy the privilege of lip syncing to your own songs. You've gone from pandering to full exploitation. Stop." So they're saying that she's using this opportunity to perform for her gay fans to buy her product. Now, I would have said that this was some shady shit, but from what I had heard from a friend of mine who actually was at the show, he told me that that the money used, the proceeds to the fragrance is going to charity. So any LGBT charity she's going to, which ones, I have no idea. If any of you guys out there who are overseas or know anything more about this, if this is what this was used for, let me know. Who was at that concert, just let me know if that's true or not. Because if it's not, then Britney, come on now. Like, we've already had conversations, not you and I, but there have been conversations within our community where we don't like the fact of people who basically pander to the gays for their financial gain. So that's just something that we don't necessarily stand for, and I think it's basically tacky that if that's the case. Okay, so made it through. Got this video done, a little under 30 minutes. Thank you all for watching. Tune in for more videos. If you like the video, hit like, subscribe, click the bell for the notifications. Also, follow me on Instagram at Chris Avalon Blog. You can hit me up on Twitter too, at Chris Avalon NYC, or hit me up on Facebook and add me and to see all the other shenanigans that I'll be posting on there. Some that's way too long for the video stuff. There's a lot of stuff that's been coming out so far, and it's only Tuesday. So you'll probably see more videos from me, as well as Saturday is the season finale of The Chris Avalon Show on alldigitalradio.com. And if you want to hear old episodes of The Chris Avalon Show, you can definitely look me up on iTunes. Look for Chris Avalon, spelled as you see it on the thing, and add it, and you can listen to the old episodes. Love you all for watching. See you guys next time.